Area and circumference, section 10.4. Area of a rectangle and a square. The area A of a rectangle with length L and width W is given by, we have a rectangle where we have length and width. So our equation for area of a rectangle is length times width. And area is measured in square units. The area A of a square with one side measuring S, we're calling that S, linear units, is given by A is equal to S squared. Solving an area problem. We want to find the area of this figure. So you decide to cover the path shown with bricks. Find the area of the path. And what we're going to do is divide. We have two rectangles and we're going to divide this figure into two parts. Because the area of a rectangle is A is equal to length times the width, we divide the figure into two rectangles. Then we use the length and the width of each rectangle to determine the total area. So we're going to look at the first rectangle. The length is 3 feet. The width is 13. So we multiply that together. We have 39 feet squared. And remember, area is measured in square units. The second rectangle. Notice that a portion of it is 6 feet, but we also have an additional 3 feet. So that total will be 9 feet. So we have 3 times the 6 feet plus the 3 feet, which is 9. Multiply that together, we have 27 feet squared. So to find the area for the complete diagram, we're going to add 39 feet squared to 27 feet squared, and we have a total of 66 feet squared, or square feet. Next diagram, figure here, we have area of a parallelogram. The area A of a parallelogram with height H and base B is given by the formula A is equal to B times H. And let's go back there. I clicked that real fast there. So similar to area of a rectangle, okay, but we are not talking about length and width. We're talking about a base and a height. So here's an example using the formula for a parallelogram for area. As shown in the figure, the base is 8 centimeters and the height is 4 centimeters. Thus, B is equal to 8, H is equal to 4. Multiply 8 centimeters to 4 centimeters, we have 32 centimeters squared. Or we can say square centimeters, write out the word square, or abbreviate square with SQ period. Next formula, area of a triangle. The area A of a triangle with height H and base B is given by A is equal to 1/2 base times the height. And let's go back to that again. A is equal to 1/2 base times the height. An example, using the formula for a triangle, finding the area. In the figure, the base is 16 meters and the height is 10 meters. So B is equal to 16, H is equal to 10. The area of the triangle is, we're going to multiply 16 and 10 to 1/2. And we have a total here of 80 meters squared, or we can say square meters. Area of a trapezoid. Now, if you notice, all of these have something in common, that we're multiplying the base and the height. The area A of a trapezoid with parallel bases A and B and height H is given by the formula A is equal to 1/2 the height times the first base and the second base, A plus B. An example, finding the area of a trapezoid. The height, H, is 13 feet. The long base, A, is 46 feet. And the short base, B, is 32 feet. We do not use the 17-foot and the 19-foot size in finding the trapezoid's area. So we're going to add the long base to the short base, 46 plus 32, which gives us 78 feet. And then we're going to times that to the 13 feet and then multiply that by 1/2. So the area of this trapezoid is 507 feet squared, or square feet. Circles. Finding the area. What's enclosed? We want to find the area of the circle now. A circle is a set of points in the plane equally distanced from a given point called its center. The radius R is a line segment from the center to any point on the circle. The diameter D is a line segment through the center whose endpoints lie on the circle. And then we have two formulas for the circumference of a circle, but the circumference C of a circle with diameter D and radius R is, we have C is equal to pi times D, or C is equal to 2 pi R. So we would use the first equation, C is equal to pi times D, when the diameter is given. And remember, the diameter is the line segment through the center whose endpoints lie on the circle. And then the second equation, C is equal to 2 pi R, we would use this equation when the radius is given. And the area of a circle, we call A, of a circle with a radius R is A is equal to pi R squared. Example, finding the circumference of a circle. Now we're saying circumference. This is a little bit different than the area, because the area, if I wanted to shade in the circle, that would be the area. But we're looking for the circumference. What's the distance around? Now notice we have a circle that has a diameter of 40 yards. So the diameter is 40 yards. So we use a formula for a circumference with a D in it. So pi, and I think we all remember, it has an approximation of 3.14. So we're going to multiply 3.14 to 40 yards, and it's equal to 126 yards. That will be the circumference, the distance around the circle. The distance around the circle is approximately 126 yards. Example, I believe this is our last example. We have problem solving using the formula for a circle's area. Which of the following is the better buy? A large pizza with a 16-inch diameter for $15, or a medium pizza with an 8-inch diameter for $7.50. So we're going to be using the area formula. A is equal to pi times R squared. So solution, the better buy is a pizza with a cheaper price per square inch. The large pizza. And I want to go back to, again, it says the large pizza is 16-inch diameter and the medium pizza is 8-inch diameter. But I want you to look at when we use the area formula, it says the radius. So to find the radius when the diameter is given, you're going to divide that by 2. So that's where the 8 inches come in, the 8. So we're saying half of 16, which is 8 for the large pizza, and for the medium pizza, half of 8, which is 4. So we have here 64 inches squared, and we times that by pi, 3.14. So we have right now the large pizza is 201 square inches. The small pizza, initially the diameter was 8 inches. To find the radius, take half. So 4 inches squared is 16. We have 16 pi inches squared. And then we multiply 16 and 3.14. It has the approximation of 50 inches squared. Okay, so to find the better buy, how much is it per inch? We're going to divide for the large pizza 201 inches squared into $15, and per inch is 7 cents per inches, or per inch, excuse me. And then the small pizza, we're going to take $7.50 and divide it by 50 inches squared, and the small pizza is 15 cents per inch. So the better buy, is it the large pizza or the small? The large pizza is the better buy.